Hello, leaders. You know, everyone's talking about the good life. But to me, when it comes to leadership, people are chasing it in reverse by doing as much as they can, by pushing faster, by filling up their days with long lists of to do, hoping one day it will feel better. But in reality, the truth is that the good life isn't about doing more. It's about leading from a place of trust and strength. And when leaders understand that, performance transforms. In my coaching and corporate experience, I have seen tons of brilliant, hardworking professionals who are simply exhausted. Now, it's not because they lack talent, it's because they operate under environments of low trust and underutilized strengths. And the cost? Their energy, their engagement, and their confidence slowly fades out. The good life in work and in leadership starts when we realign what we're naturally great at and when we create spaces when you can sense, when you can breathe the trust. Let's just start with trust. It is this invisible contract that determines whether people are going to give you their best or their minimum. Now, trust is not about perfection. It's about being predictable on what your values are. When people know what you stand for, how you're going to respond under pressure, how you're going to own your own mistakes, how you're going to stand up for your team, it becomes a safety space for them. And that safe environment becomes also the platform to develop high performance that is actually sustained. So, when leaders tell me they want better results, I often ask, does your team trust you enough to tell you the truth? Because if that's not the case, then development and performance conversations become just noise, simply the flavor of the month. Now, let's talk about strengths. When you operate from your strengths, you are not only more effective, you are energized, you feel more alive. Gallup research shows that when people apply their strengths daily, they are 6 times more engaged with their work. That is not motivation, that is alignment. The problem, most professionals spend their careers trying to fix their weaknesses rather than channeling their energy to master what they already are great for, what makes them powerful. If you lead from your strengths, you become energized and you energize others. And when teams operate in environments filled with energy, high performance becomes sustainable because that energy becomes the fuel. It's not the pressure, it's the energy. So the good life in leadership is not about the balance, it's not about perfection, it's not even about constant happiness. It's about alignment. When you trust yourself, when you trust others, and when you play to your best abilities, to the best of who you are and the best of who you can become. That is where fulfillment finally meets performance. So if you are a leader who is ready to explore how fit you are to lead and what the health of the relationships within your team are, you can access my free reflection guide to help you get started in that journey by clicking on the link below. Because when trust and strengths work together, that's when the good life of leadership begins. Till next time.